Hey developers, welcome to Devcovery. Today, we're bringing you the hottest open source projects trending on GitHub, so you don't miss any tech developments worth your attention.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into a trending project on GitHub, System Design Primer, an essential resource for mastering large-scale system architecture. It transforms the daunting system design interview from a source of anxiety into a manageable challenge, providing a complete study guide for developers aiming to land senior roles. What's the one skill that separates a mid-level developer from a senior architect? Very often, the answer is system design. But how do you learn to build systems for millions of users when all the knowledge you need is scattered across the internet? Well, a single GitHub repository might just have the most structured answer available today. The project is called System Design Primer, created by user donnemartin. This isn't an application. It's a massive, comprehensive learning resource. The project's popularity is just staggering. It has accumulated over 344,000 stars, with more than 260 added in just the last day alone. With over 55,000 forks, it's become a foundational text for a whole generation of software engineers. This shows a clear and persistent demand for organized, high-level technical knowledge. The core problem this project solves is information chaos. Before this primer existed, an engineer trying to learn large-scale system design had to navigate a maze of separate resources. Think fragmented blog posts, dense academic papers, and company-specific conference talks. There was no clear path from basic principles to real-world application. The System Design Primer changes that by providing a single, structured curriculum. It organizes the vast field of system architecture into a coherent learning journey, turning scattered data into a curated knowledge base, perfectly tailored for both learning and interview prep. The project's design philosophy can be summed up as knowledge as code. Its architecture isn't one of software, but of information. At its heart is a meticulously structured curriculum. It starts with fundamental trade-offs like the CAP theorem, which helps you choose between consistency and availability. From there, it builds upwards, covering key components like content delivery networks, or CDNs, load balancers, and databases. A key technical aspect is its solution-oriented approach. Instead of just presenting theory, it provides detailed, end-to-end solutions for famous design questions like how to design Twitter. This is like getting the full blueprint for a skyscraper right after you've learned the physics of its materials. Another highlight is the multimodal learning system. The project integrates text for deep explanations, diagrams for visual clarity, and even Python code for concrete examples. It also includes Anki flashcards. These flashcards use a spaced repetition system to help you commit key concepts to long-term memory. This combination caters to different learning styles, which greatly improves understanding and retention. The primary use case is interview preparation for software engineers at all levels. An engineer getting ready for an interview at a major tech company can use it to study core concepts and then practice with real problems. For senior engineers and architects, it's an excellent reference manual for quickly reviewing topics like caching strategies or database sharding. Tech leads also use it to build a common knowledge base within their teams. And getting started is incredibly simple. All you need is a web browser to access the GitHub page, making it a universally accessible resource. The community's voice is expressed most powerfully through action. The project has been translated into over a dozen languages, from Japanese to Arabic, all driven by volunteer contributors. This massive, coordinated effort shows just how valuable it's seen to be by engineering communities around the globe. The constant stream of pull requests fixing errors and improving sections reveals a vibrant, self-sustaining ecosystem dedicated to keeping the project's quality high and its content relevant. But despite its value, the project does face challenges. Its biggest risk is content staleness. The tech landscape evolves at a blistering pace, and links or architectural examples can become outdated. This requires constant maintenance from the community. Furthermore, for teaching purposes, the solutions are simplified. This can create a false sense of mastery, because real-world systems involve far greater complexity. A more subtle technical hurdle is that some of the architecture diagrams use proprietary file formats, which can be a barrier for contributors who want to make updates. The System Design Primer is far more than a repository. It's a meticulously curated educational framework. It democratizes access to system architecture knowledge, a skill that was once primarily learned through years of on-the-job experience at elite tech companies. And it matters because it truly levels the playing field for engineers everywhere.
That's all for today's Devcovery. We hope these GitHub trending projects spark some inspiration for your development work. You can find all the repos mentioned in the description below. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you tomorrow at the same time.